For decades, the world saw India through a single lens, the world's biggest buyer of weapons. Despite having one of the largest armed forces on Earth, and despite being a nuclear power, India still depended on foreign nations for fighter jet engines, advanced missiles, warship components, and even critical spare parts. In times of conflict, that dependence carried a serious risk, because strategic decisions made in distant capitals could directly affect India's military readiness. But then, something began to change. Not with a single announcement, not overnight, quietly, steadily, year after year, until the numbers became impossible to ignore. India's Ministry of Defense has now released figures that mark a historic milestone. For the first time ever, India's annual defense production has reached 1.78 lakh crore, a remarkable 15.6% increase in just 1 year, and an extraordinary 110% growth since 2021. To understand how this 1.78 lakh crore defense machine truly works, we have to look beyond the headlines. Because this story isn't just about bigger budgets, it's about a complete transformation of how India builds its military strength. For decades, India's defense manufacturing was dominated by large public sector companies. They formed the backbone of the industry, but progress was often slow, limited by bureaucracy and complex procurement systems. Today, that picture is changing. While defense public sector undertakings still account for nearly 76% of total production, the fastest growth is coming from somewhere else: India's private sector. Companies that until recently played only a supporting role are now becoming major drivers of the country's defense manufacturing revolution. In just 1 year, private defense production reached an all-time record of 42,000 crore. But perhaps the most remarkable transformation isn't happening inside India. It's happening across the world. Because the number that has captured the attention of military planners, defense analysts, and geopolitical strategists isn't domestic production, it's exports. Indian defense exports didn't simply grow, they surged by an extraordinary 62%, reaching an all-time record of 38,424 crore. For a country that was once known as one of the world's largest arms importers, this marks a historic turning point. But there's another fact, one that has surprised even seasoned Western analysts. Today, the United States has become the single largest destination for Indian defense exports. At first, that sounds almost unbelievable. How can the world's biggest defense manufacturer be importing military components from India? But the greatest victory cannot be measured in rupees alone. It cannot be measured by export contracts or production records, because the true objective is something far more valuable: technological sovereignty, the ability to design, develop, and defend without depending on anyone else. And that is exactly where India's next revolution has already begun. Through initiatives like IDEX, India is investing directly in a new generation of defense innovators. Young startups, brilliant engineers, bold ideas, companies that are solving problems traditional defense manufacturers could never solve alone. Take Indrajal, an AI-powered autonomous counter-drone defense system, designed to detect, track, and neutralize multiple hostile drones within seconds. A capability that reflects the changing nature of modern warfare, where intelligence, speed, and precision are paramount.